Hey guys, and welcome to Car Guy 1999 Reviews. Today, thanks to Infiniti of Nashua, we have the 2026 Infiniti QX80 Autograph. Now, this came out in 2025. Very slight tweaks to the 2026. Autographed on the sill there. Carefully come up here. As tested price, $116,435. White over burgundy. Burgundy is exclusive to the autograph trim level. And you have your premium cargo package. If you're curious how this works, do this, that locks it in. Obviously you just push these, that drops it down. You can adjust all your stuff here. You can raise, lower the suspension, all that fun stuff. QX80 badging here. Dump truck behind me. Don't break my ankle again. The back is where the autograph really shines. You have this center screen here that you can use to do your seat adjustment, your climate, everything like that. You do have controls here as well, but tons of storage. Panoramic roof finally in the QX80. Standard on every single one, but all right. This is for your biometric cooling. So somebody in the second row comes in, their body temperature is warmer than the rest of the people in the car. It will bump up the fan speed in the back to cool them off quicker, which I believe there is a setting for that somewhere. This is your home link. One of the changes for the 26 model year, it used to be only the My Q garage. Now that's that. You do have a dash cam built in, front and rear, which is pretty darn cool. Do have a bunch of different drive modes: sport, standard. I'll do sport because I haven't yet. In the center you have a cool box. As long as it's not going to refrigerate itself, but as long as the AC is enabled, so you can have it set at 80, but as long as you have AC enabled, it will run the AC in here to cool it off. This is for your ProPilot 2. Everything is Google built in. However, this is becoming one of our loaners, so as soon as we already art it to ourselves as sold, it killed off the connection because you have to then go in and input an email. That's part of our process of putting on a loaner, and it hasn't become a loaner yet, so that will all be fixed, but everything is built in. You can use Google to change climate, do everything you want. Nav is all Google built in, so it's all Google Maps, which is of course great. Put it into drive. With the parking access mode enabled, it's going to automatically raise the suspension once you put it into drive, but once you put it in park, it will drop it into its lowest setting, which for me in my current state is actually very helpful. In here is a charge port. It actually is very impressive at how quickly it charges my phone. My phone was dead when I left work, and by the time I got home, it's about a 15-20 minute drive, it had gained 20%. So pretty impressive wireless charging in terms of a car. Do have sunglass holder here, suede headliner. Yeah, the autograph is really about your fit and finish. You have the Klipsch sound system, which is fantastic, extremely clear, tons of clarity. But overall, I've been very impressed with this. I've spent a ton of time in these around the lot, stuff like that. I haven't really spent an extended amount of time in one, and I'm just blown away by it. It's just so comfortable, and it's such a huge jump up from the previous generation, and I loved the previous gen. I've had a couple 24 QX80 sensories, and they're really good and they're really comfortable. This just takes that to the next level. And I will say the public opinion of this is very positive. Where did I think I went to pick up food, and somebody in the parking lot was, whoa, what is that? It's cool, it's good looking. And at night with the Radiant emblem and the interior lighting, it's all very, very good. Now, the biggest change, this happened in 25, but it still applies to the 26, obviously, is the new VR35. Twin turbo V6. The previous generation was a 5.6 V8. I was wishy-washy because I was a huge fan of the 5.6. It's a different motor. There's no doubt about it. But driving this, I've never said, you know, this is worse than the V8. V8's different. Yes, you have turbo lag in this. You're never going to get around that. But it fits this car very, very well. Towing capacity remains unchanged from the V8 at 8,500 pounds. What is a change over the V8 is 2 additional gear ratios with the 9-speed automatic. Heads-up display is standard on every QX80, so obviously it's here in the Autograph. This is just... I have loved this car. I love big SUVs. And yes, $116,000 is a ton of money. And there's some people in the world that say for an Infiniti, I would never pay $116,000. Well, I'll put it to you this way. People do, and people love them. We have sold a lot of these. And look at a Escalade. Or an Escalade for similar equipment is $150 to $160. You are saving essentially 40 grand with this car. And I've been in an Escalade. I love them. I've been in a couple Denali, Yukons, stuff like that. For 40 grand, unless I had money to burn, this would be it would be very tough to convince me that the Escalade is worth 40 grand more. The V isn't a question. However, you know, we might have a V competitor coming in the pipeline. This was filmed when the R spec just got unveiled at SEMA. I don't know if that's going to be production, but I've heard rumors that the track spec might be, which would give this like 750 foot-pounds of torque, like 600 horse. That's pretty darn cool. And for a brand that everybody thinks is dead or dying, this is not coming. This doesn't feel like it's coming from a brand on life support. This is coming from a brand that realized they were in trouble and are doing everything in their power to change their perception and show what they're capable of. That's what we needed to do. We needed to stop what we were doing and realize, hey, we need to make some changes. Let's see what we can do. And we're essentially hitting the reset button. So yeah, we're down to 2 cars for the 2026 model year. But for the 2027 model year and the 2028 model year, we got a lot of stuff coming. And think about it this way. If this brand was thinking about closing the doors, the first thing to go would be R&D. I can promise you, if they were hurting for cash and in desperate need to have every dollar possible, we wouldn't spend the money to make an R-spec QX80 for SEMA and tear apart a GTR Nismo to make it. I don't think we're going anywhere. And this car proves it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you all in the next one.